Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. There's a lot of talk about doing telesales. The real question is telesales right for you? And that's what I'm going to be talking about today, is really my opinion. If you're thinking about getting into doing telesales, make sure that you make the right choice. Make sure that you find the right platform. And that's the first thing I want to talk about. If you're going to do telesales, first thing you got to do is make sure that you're working with a company or an agency that has the right platform for you. For me, it's pretty simple. This is why I work strictly just with Senior Life. I love the platform. We've got everything in-house. We've got the best leads, we've got the best product, we've got the best platform. But if you're looking to do telesales, here's some tips you should look for. Number one, is it simple? Is it easy? Two things you got to look at. Number one, is it easy for the agent to get a client enrolled? And is it easy for the client? Have you ever considered what's the client's experience? You want it to be easy for the client. You don't want them to have to jump through a lot of different hoops. And that's the benefit of working with Senior Life, is that we do make it easy. We have our proprietary application enrollment process. You're dealing with one carrier, which makes it simple, super simple. And we've got great rates. We've got everything from, we actually have an ultimate preferred, but in most cases, super preferred, standard, all the way down to guaranteed issue if they need it. So simple to use. I recommend using one company. If you're trying to learn 10 different companies and ten different platforms, you're going to get that feeling of being overwhelmed. And when you get overwhelmed, what do? It's human nature, is that we shut down. Okay. Oh, it's too hard. I can't learn this. I can't learn that. We will teach you everything. So, my recommendation, use one company. Have a single need. Don't try to be everything to everybody. Here at Senior Life, we do one thing, that's final expense life insurance, but we do it better than anybody else. Be the best at what you're going to do. You don't want to be okay at different things. And if you're always searching, whether you're going to do annuities, IULs, final expense, mortgage protection, that's a lot to take in. Why don't you pick one thing and be the best in the world at it? Focus on final expense. If you're going to do telesales, you need a proven system. Okay, we've been doing this for just about longer than anybody else, and we're super successful at what we do. We have a proven system. You're going to need good training. Okay. Now, to me, training's working with me one on one. Training's not, well, here's a script and watch these videos, go get them, Tiger. Okay. That ain't going to cut it. You need to work with an agency that's going to provide you good training, videos, scripting. Yes, that's all super important. Okay. But you need to work with someone that's willing to put in the time to help get you where you want to be. You need a mentor. You want to work with our agency? I'll be your mentor. I've done this at a very high level, both field sales and telesales. You need to work with someone that's done it before. If you're being recruited into an agency and the person who's trying to train you has been doing it for 3 weeks, man, you need to work with somebody that knows what the heck that they're talking about. Next, I think this is probably the most obvious. Leads. You got to have good leads, okay? And not recycled trash leads. And it doesn't matter if you're paying for your leads or you're on the free lead program. You got to be working fresh leads, not recycled leads. That's super important. And that's the one thing I love about working with Senior Life. Not only are we the insurance company, we underwrite all of our own policies, we service all of our own policies. We're also the marketing company as well. So we're producing fresh, high quality leads that are never going to be recycled. Okay, don't underestimate that. Next, I want to talk about doing the work. You got to be willing to put in the work. This ain't easy. You've heard the stats. Most people fell out of this business. Why do they fail? Well, in my personal opinion, I think it's because they drastically underestimate the amount of work it takes to be successful. just like in anything, whether it's business or sports or academics, you got to work your tail off if you want to be good at what you want to be successful at. Whatever field you choose, you have to be able to work harder than anybody else. You got to have that internal attitude that you're willing to do whatever it takes. In my opinion, the number one attribute that you can have to be successful in life, in business, in sales, in a relationship, regardless, is that you got to have mental toughness. Okay? You got to be able to push through adversity. We're all going to have adversity in everything that comes up in our life, whether it's in relationships, whether it's in business, doesn't make a difference. We're going to have adversities. The key is it's not what happens to you, it's how do you react to it. In sales, you got to be quick to let things go. You cannot allow yourself to get emotionally attached to the outcome of every single lead. Okay. And that's what I see agents do. They want to call and complain about every, leads or they didn't make a sale. Don't focus on the negative, focus on the positive. You still got 20 or 30 more people to call. That's important. And again, I mentioned this before. I'm going to mention it again because it's important. Don't underestimate the amount of work it takes to be successful. You got to be 100% committed. You got to have that all-in attitude. And you got to be willing to invest time, money, energy. You got to be willing to put in at least 6 to 8 hours a day on the phones, calling people, having conversations. At the end of the day, here's what I can tell you. This is an activity-driven business. Activity drives results. Okay? The harder you work, the more activity you do, the better you get. The better you get, the more money you're going to make. Okay? Here at our agency, at Senior Life, we strive to help every agent make at least 15 presentations every single week. And mathematically, if you're doing 15 presentations, you're going to stumble into 3 or 4 easy sales. We're going to teach you how to convert some more people. You should end up converting, 6, 7, maybe 8 sales a week if you're doing 15 presentations. But at the end of the day, it's up to you. You got to be 100% committed to put in the work and keep getting better. Last thing I'm going to say is don't quit. Okay? Or quit quitting. If you want to win in this business, you got to have the attitude, no plan B, burn your bridges, go 100% in, go all out. So, if you want more information about working with Senior Life, about working with me directly, if you want me to be your mentor, contact me. My name's Joe Johnson. I'm a manager here at Senior Life. And what I will do is I will leave a link in the description below this video. Click on the description. I'll leave a link so you can contact me. We can have a conversation. We can find out if working with myself, if working with Senior Life, working with our agency could potentially be a good fit for you. So God bless you, and I wish you all the best. Take care.